Anyway,
going back to the billionaires. What do you got on them? What do you got?
Right.
I know you're itching. What do you want to talk about with regard
Well,
to these guys and their projects?
got a few things, but
Okay.
we are active on Twitter, folks, as you may or may not know. So for us, it's impossible to ignore this recent launch of Mark Zuckerberg's new app, Threads, and Elon Musk's meltdown response to it. Now, I think this is a great opportunity to discuss a related topic, which I want to, and that is the value of your data, given the immaturity we are witnessing by the wealthiest among us. But first, I want to make sure that our listeners are caught up to speed on all of the recent noise, namely the confrontation between Musk, the richest person on this planet, and Zuck, the seventh richest person on this planet.
I can't believe he's all the way on 7. I can't believe he fell to 7. That's really got it. That's probably why he started jujitsu is to get out all that anger from having dropped as like the number one guy of the millennium.
Oh, he's just picturing the people, the 6, the 5, the 4, and all those people. That's who he's going head to head with. That's what he's envisioning.
Now I know how he won the tournament. He was just taking heads, taking names, taking heads. He's like 1 through 6. I kill you, number 2. I don't even know who I don't even know who 2 through 4 are. I assume, yeah. Go on.
It'll be in our episode description if you guys want to check it out. I have a link, and it's actually a cool, well, I mean, as cool as it could be, but it's a live ticker of who the richest person is. I often wanted to know maybe what the other flip side of that would be, but it's interesting.
I think it's more interesting to see a live ticker of the 10 poorest people in the world.
Oh, I was just going to say the poorest people, but then as I was saying it, I was like, I mean, I'd rather not name them. I'd actually rather maybe say communities or
I think that's fantastic. Actually, I think that's exactly
or
give them notoriety. Give them notoriety.
Yeah, maybe
these people are the 10 poorest people on the planet, and everyone should know their name. And that way, I mean, that's the thing that's amazing about it. That as soon as someone gets a reality TV deal, they immediately skyrocket till top 7,000 most likely.
It's fair. I've said, because every time Forbes or something will come out with a list, I'll usually, respond to their post to say, something along the lines of, why are we always celebrating and focusing on the people who don't need it? But I did wrestle with whether or not naming people and showing their faces would do more harm than good. But the way that you're kind of positioning it and the way that you're saying it, putting a name to the face may actually do a lot of good.
I mean, you could ask, of course. It's not going to be mandatory. We don't live in some sort of, sycophantic.
Well, it's all public information. Well, it is public information. You could do that, right? I mean,
well, not really. I mean, it's hard to identify someone who is the poorest. The reason we're able to identify the richest is because they have so much, public wealth, whether it regard to stocks and evaluations of their companies, things of that nature, because their companies are public. It would be very difficult to estimate who the 10 poorest people in the world are. But what would be very intriguing is to have people volunteer to submit to being one of the least successes. Really the absolute wrong way to frame this. It really is just about being so hard done by that you end up being one of the poorest people on the planet. It's worth this. It's worth an interesting look. I think it's worth a look. If we were, reality TV producers, I think we might have something on there.
I don't know if registering to volunteer for this is on their list of priorities.
You gotta do outreach.
You never know.
You do some outreach, and you never know. I'm just saying, you never know. It would be an interesting human experiment of probably the worst kind, but maybe eye-opening all the same. You never know. I wish I were a reality TV producer just for this one moment.
And then throw them in a ring with Zuckerberg and see what happens.
Well, you got to train them up.
Yeah, no, of course. You have to train them. And, to be fair, if we are going to do this Knight's Tale style, at least one of them should have Paul Bettany announce them and throw them in.
I like it.